I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. During Wednesday's House Oversight Committee hearing, Representative Katie Porter compared the safety features on her iPhone to those of a firearm. Porter asked the firearm CEOs why her cell phone should require more steps to operate than firearms, which have been used in accidental shootings, mass shootings, and homicides. When asked if they will commit to adding fingerprint scanners to their company's firearms, the executive said no, we will not. Porter berated the witnesses, saying, quote, "Kids are dying before you refuse to implement these safety technologies."
The gentlewoman from California, Ms. Porter, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Other industries take seriously their responsibility to manufacture products that protect consumers. With firearms, this responsibility is a matter of life and death. One study found that nearly 40% of accidental gun deaths could be prevented with technology that prevents non-authorized users from firing guns. And these ideas are not new. This study was published nearly 20 years ago. Yet technology like fingerprint scanners or bracelets with radio frequency identifiers are nowhere near the standard for firearms. Mr. Killoy, how many of your firearms come equipped with fingerprint scanning mechanisms?
Congresswoman, none of them currently come equipped with such a device.
None. Mr. Daniel, how about Daniel Defense? How many of your weapons come equipped with fingerprint identity scanners?
Congresswoman, we do not sell any type of firearm this way. Our customers have not asked for such.
Okay, so that's a no. This is my cell phone. Mr. Killoy, it scans my fingerprint each time I go to unlock it. Is this a weapon?
No, ma'am.
Can this fire bullets that shred people's vital organs? This phone?
No, Congresswoman, it can't.
Then why should this device require more steps to operate than your company's firearms, which have been used in accidental shootings, mass shootings, and homicides?
Congresswoman, respectfully, your cell phone doesn't generate internal pressures of upwards of 60,000 pounds per square inch. The operating system of a firearm is extremely dynamic, extreme high pressures, lots of moving pieces, and first and foremost, a firearm, especially one used for self-defense, needs to function reliably.
Okay,
As,
respectfully, reclaiming my time, these fingerprint scanners are offered in some firearms. Some manufacturers sell this, and they work. Your company and Mr. Daniel's company chooses not to. Let me demonstrate again how long this takes. It's instant. It's instant when I pick up my phone. Certain safety features, other safety features like chamber-loaded indicators or magazine disconnects are required for any gun sold in my home state of California. A magazine disconnect prevents a gun from firing if the magazine is not attached. My kids' Nerf guns have this safety feature. This decades-old safety feature prevents guns from shooting bullets that remain in the chamber after a magazine has been removed. Mr. Killoy, do all Ruger rifles that have magazines come equipped with magazine disconnects?
Congresswoman, magazine disconnects typically are a feature offered on a handgun, a pistol in particular.
Do all your
And in
handguns or
fact,
pistols have magazine disconnects, sir?
Some do and some do not.
Okay, so some do and some do not. Mr. Ruger, do your guns have magazine disconnects? Sorry, Mr. Daniel, do your handguns have magazine disconnects?
Ma'am, we don't sell handguns.
And your large capacity guns do not have that feature either?
Our rifles do not have that feature, no ma'am.
Magazine disconnects are also not new. These features come standard in every gun that is sold in my home state, and those features prevent accidental deaths. In 2020, 149 children died in incidents when the person did not intend to fire the gun. Mr. Killoy, Mr. Daniel, kids are dying because you refuse to implement these safety technologies like fingerprint scanners and magazine disconnects. And these technologies were studied and developed decades ago. Mr. Killoy, will your company commit to adding fingerprint scanners to every firearm Ruger manufactures?
No, Congresswoman, we will not.
Mr. Daniels, same question. Will your company commit to adding fingerprint scanners to every Daniel Defense firearm?
Congresswoman, our guns fire when there's a bullet in the chamber, and it doesn't fire when there's not a bullet in the chamber. A gun should be kept, and if it does not want to be fired, if the owner does not want to fire it, they should not keep around in the chamber.
But the question is, will you commit to adding fingerprint scanners as a safety technology to every Daniel Defense firearm? Yes or no?
No, ma'am, our customers are not interested in that.
Mr. Killoy, will your company commit to adding magazine disconnects to every magazine-loaded Ruger firearm?
Congresswoman, we have in many of our pistols, our semi-automatic pistols, we offer that as a feature. And if our customers choose to buy one of our firearms that has a magazine safety disconnect, they can. Other times they choose not to have that particular feature.
The gentlelady's time has expired.